Hi, Jenny here. Today is Saturday, September 30th. Ooh, we made it through a whole month. Another one. We just kind of sped along. I know at the beginning of radiation, I was thinking, holy smokes, 28 days of radiation. That's a really long time. 5.5 weeks. Phew, how are we going to do this? And we did. We made it through, and now it's even a couple weeks past. So, a couple things that have happened this week. We'll go through again chronologically. I like to do chronological. So last week Sunday, I got together with a group of my high school friends. Yay! I'll put a picture in. Haven't met up with them in probably over a year to have us all together. I've met with my one girlfriend and I. I've gone out to lunch a couple times, but even those have been kind of few and far between, especially with how, depending on how I'm feeling. But there's a group of about 4, 5, 6 of us that usually we've been getting together, I don't know, for the past 10 years or so. Here and there, and then for a while it was every monthish, 6 weeks we were getting together, and then things kind of fell off again, and then we kind of got back into it. And and I was then more one that was like putting it out there saying, hey, let's meet up. And then all this happened, so we haven't been meeting up. But I'm finally feeling well enough that I can, I feel comfortable planning in advance and put it out there that, hey, let's, have a lunch and get together. And unfortunately, 2 of the gals couldn't make it. So one of them's mom had just come down with COVID, so she didn't want to chance it, which is very nice. I appreciate that. Although sad not to see her. And then the other one ended up having to work. So. But again, it was nice to finally get together with a couple friends and have a good lunch. So that was very nice. Made for a happy day. And then, on Monday, the Blisters were finally all gone. Make some little notes again. On Monday, the Blisters were finally all gone. So that took 10 days for those from the time that they had formed on that Friday after radiation, and then took that following week and then through the next week. And the blisters are finally all gone. So now it's just a matter of that skin is starting to peel off. So I still had some itchy spots. I kind of had that spot, and then more down kind of towards the rectum area. That I've got 2 areas. Other than that, I've been feeling good. Haven't had the pain, haven't had itching. By Tuesday, the burning sensation stopped from when I urinate. So that was, oh my God, the best blessing that now I don't have to worry about going to the bathroom. I can drink again. I was for a while, I was kind of cutting back on how much I was drinking, because then I would have to go to the bathroom and then it hurt. And so I was trying not to do that. Whereas now I'm like, it doesn't hurt anymore. Yay, I can get all the fluids in that I should be getting in. So that was good. And then with my foot, I think I mentioned way back, I had like what's called the hand foot. I'd gotten a handout on that, and it never really got to my hands. I had like once or twice, I had a little blistery callus type thing that formed. I had one on my hand there and one on my hand like here or something, but those went away right away, and they weren't really itching or anything. And again, I didn't have it across the whole hand or that. Or for my foot, the foot was really itching a lot and stuff, and that finally stopped itching, so that's good. As of Wednesday, we stopped putting cream on. So we were doing the cream twice a day, once in the morning, once at night. Wednesday, we decided that, okay, the blisters now have been gone for a couple days. Itching isn't as bad. Let's try going a day without cream. So we did. I was still kind of itchy a little bit, but on Thursday, it was even better. Thursday, for sure, I didn't want cream on me. I had a follow-up visit with the radiologist. And so obviously he was going to be checking me all over and seeing how things looked. And so that I had on Thursday, and that went really well. The nurse talked to me a little bit, asked a few questions. Things are going fine. My weight has held steady. Other than that, my output has thickened up again. So that's also really nice that it's not completely, liquid all the time. And so that's good. The radiologist came in, didn't even really sit down. He just put his gloves on and said, okay, I'm just gonna check you out. Check out your, he checked my eyes, he checked out my throat, and my abdomen, my heart, my lungs, see if I had fluid retention and all that. So he had me lay back on the table, and then he looked at my mouth and all that. And, you know, things are fine. I never did develop any mouth blisters or anything like from the pills and stuff, which is wonderful. Pressed on my abdomen, and that's all fine. Nothing going on there. It doesn't hurt. Well, he listened to my lungs. Those were fine. And then pressed on my ankles and stuff to see if there was fluid there. Then he wanted to check out the groin area to see how that was doing, if it was healed and whatnot. So just kind of, with my underwear on, just had, kind of drew down my pants a little bit, looked in there, and it's been peeling. So it was like really dark, almost blackish skin from like the radiation burn. And that skin is now peeling away, and I've got healthy pink skin underneath there. Both sides, right side was a little bit, I guess, more so peeling. Not as I can say that side was worse or anything, but so he said that like within another week or so, that should be pretty much, more healed up. And go and to make sure that I just start moisturizing every day, twice a day. And then he checked out my butt, and even the nurse always comes in for those parts. And so because she's been in there all the time and seeing what he had the 1 week off, so she's seen it every time and all that, but she goes, oh my gosh, this looks so much better than even last week, or last time when we looked at it, which was actually 2 weeks previous. So that was good to hear, and I know, and he's too, he's like, yeah, everything looks really good, everything's healing. He asked if my rectum was hurting, and I said, yeah, a little, and he goes, well, that's due to us. Because that's gonna still be going on for a little while. It's probably another week, but other than that, he knew things were well. He knew I had the follow-up visits coming up with my scans, and then with the doctor visit, and then the surgery. And he said that he would probably see me one more time in January. I kind of asked, well, like, why would I see you? Just one more time to make sure everything is going well. He goes, and then I fire you. And he laughed. And I'm like, okay, well, that's fine by me. If everything's going to go fine. I'm already putting it out in the universe that everything is going to go well, everything is going to go fine, and it's all going to be over. Still many more months to go, but at least, yeah, through surgery and all that, that'll be fine. So other than that, feeling okay, being able to stand for a little bit longer. I know I haven't put out any baking videos at all this month, any food making. I hadn't really been able to stand for long periods of time. I was just hurting too much. I said last Sunday I made some soup, and thank God for Wayne, because he helped me with that. I was chopping up vegetables and I was already hurting, and so he made the bacon for it, and then I got all the soup ingredients together, and I kind of sat here in this chair, and it was time to stir, and he's like, I got it. And I was like, thank you. So he stirred the soup. Then I had to put some potatoes in there, and then we, put another timer on, stirred it some more, and that was good. So very nice to have the help. But as I'm healing more, so hopefully I'll have a few more of those videos coming out next month. I figure October, November. Nothing pain related really should be going on. So as I just keep healing, and that'll be good. So I'll be able to do that. Other than that, at least I had made it through the video without crying. Wasn't sure. Was feeling pretty good this morning and all that. And then, I don't know, stress of the household stuff going on kind of hit me, and I had a few tears fall, and I'm like, oh boy, I wanted to make a video today. I'm like, I don't want to cry during another video. It's just household things. Yesterday I took a shower, and when I was done, my husband said that the shower was leaking again. It does this every couple of years or so. Whatever cartridge is behind the knob that we pull in and out to get the water to go, whatever is back behind there, somehow ends up, I don't know, gets old, gets cracked, something happens to it, and some water gets leaking in behind there. And so thank God, again, he knows, he can do a little bit of his handiwork. He knows how to take all that apart. He's got an extra cartridge, he puts it in. So he did that he did this like a week ago or so or whatever, it happened, and then it happened again. So he was like, well, what the heck? So he put another cartridge in. Something happened to that one where it didn't work, so he had to we usually have two on hand. So he put this other cartridge in. And for whatever reason, this type of cartridge, it isn't the completely correct one for our house. And so now the water flow is just really light. Like, well, I won't be needing another shower for another 3 days or so. Although, because our house is so old, and this is all original pretty much to the house, it was built in the 70s, can't really get those parts, and the stores don't carry them. So we have to order it on Amazon, so it's going to take a couple days to get the part in. And then today, when he went, he did find another, he's like, last night before falling asleep, he thought he's like, I think I might have one more cartridge. I think I kept a spare under the sink. And this morning he checked it, he did. And so again, he shut off the water to the house. He went up there, he tried to do his thing. Well, the one screw stripped out. So he can't get the screw out, the screw head stripped. And again, these screws are also original to these parts. You can't get them, he can order a whole new, besides the cartridge, he can order a whole new setting for it or something, but it doesn't come with screws. He's like, well, so that's kind of pointless. So he did find some type of a tool that helps you remove screws when they're stripped. That's supposed to be that's for sale at Menards. So he's running over there this morning to grab that, and then doing the grocery shopping. And so again, normal household stuff, and it's clean grandma weekend, clean grandma's house weekend too. So again, Saturdays are always really pretty busy for us. So there's the stress of that. And then he had asked me too, he goes, did it rain yesterday? And I said, well, no. Yesterday I'd taken the van in for an oil change, and when I backed out, I saw a wet spot near the driver's side back tire. And I thought, well, that's really odd. You don't have that. Normally I have the air conditioning leakage wetness near the front of the car or whatever. And again, yeah, it hadn't rained and all that. So why is there wetness back there? You know, whatever. I didn't think about it. Went in for the oil change, didn't mention anything. And today, so he mentioned that to me, and he's like, well, let me try to figure something out and see if it's still wet or not or what. And so when he backed the car out, and it was still wet, so we kind of checked some stuff out and said, well, it could be a shock that's leaking. If it's shock fluid, it could be brake fluid. So got the stress of that going on. So Monday I'll have to call our mechanics again and see when I can get the car in and they can fix it. So they're really awesome guys that we go to, and usually they get me in as quickly as they can. They're very, very, very good to me. So yeah, a little bit of household stress going on. So at least I don't have the stress of something going on with me, of having, any appointments or me being in pain or whatever. Still have the neuropathy, but again, it's dealable, it's workable. I can pull stuff out of the refrigerator. That's the best too. I made a smoothie this morning. I could pulled the kale out of the freezer and put that in my smoothie. I could touch ice cubes, put that in there. It's nice to be able to touch cold things in the fridge and freezer. So even though I have, I'm just careful when I carry things or whatever, I feel like I don't have any stickiness in my fingertips that, I could easily drop things. In fact, I dropped a spoon yesterday as I was eating my soup, and I did something on the spoon. I'm like, really? That's never happened before. I'm like, what the heck? So I think I was scraping out the last of it to eat, and somehow the spoon flipped out. I don't know. So yeah, neuropathy in the fingers, neuropathy in the feet. And still the muscle twinge thing, like when I look down, I get a muscle twinge in the feet. So still waiting on those to go away. But other than that, again, the pain and itching and stuff is pretty much going all the way. We took a walk this morning, made it all the way around. So again, that was good. At a good, healthy pace. I'm getting there. Just doing my healing. That's about it. Oh, my computer wasn't working the other day too. Thank goodness that kind of came back. It was in the morning. I rebooted it. It booted up, and I was able to put my passcode in, and then it gave me a black screen. And I'm like, all right, well, I did a hard shutdown, and even turned off the monitor screen just in case. And I turned it all back on and did it again, and still got the black screen. And I'm like, all right, whatever. Told my husband, and I'm like, well, so I didn't have a computer, so I finished off the puzzle. So I got that done, which is very nice. And then I read the story for that, and then read the solution, because even reading the story, I'm like, I didn't have a clue of what this mystery was supposed to be, this murder mystery. Yeah, and I read the solution, and I'm like, there's no way I could tell that from the picture, from the puzzle. It was like, it had to do with a snake. There was nothing in the puzzle that said snake. So, but I got that done, and finished another book. So I was still at least productive. And then my husband came home and he did a little hard reboot and boom, it worked. So again, grateful for that because there's enough I have on the computer, things I do on the computer, that I have a laptop I can do some things on, but not, again, all my files and things that are on the main computer. So happy that that's working. So that's about it. I hope things are going well in your life. Thank you again for watching and staying on this journey with me. We'll just keep going step by step and see how it goes. So that's this week's update. I hope you guys are all doing well and keep it positive. Go make it a great day. Bye-bye.